Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and last night on The Masked Singer, it was 90s night, and let me tell you, we had so much fun. If you were like me, I was singing and jamming the entire night. It was 90s references everywhere, and I mean, obviously I'm a 90s boy, so it does kind of make sense that was my kind of episode, and so we're going to recap everything from who was revealed to the clues and just talk about who was there. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So yes, it was 90s episode, aka it was season 8, episode 6, and it's weird to say that because we're a couple weeks behind because of the National League Championships and the World Series, but hey, we finally had an episode, and even though it was on a Sunday, it was still a lot of fun. On this episode, it was the last round of Group B. And I know there really is no groups, but everything's been happening in thirds. Like, for example, the Harp over here, she only had to compete in 3 episodes until she got to the semifinals. Well, that was what's happening in this episode. You see, whoever won this episode was joining the Harp in the semifinals, which I think is the last week of November or the first week of December. I think it's November 30th, if I'm right? Something like that. Anyway, with the Harp is going to be a third person. So imagine that we're going to have a brand new group of people next week. They'll compete for 3 more weeks. Then you have the Harp, the Lambs, and whoever wins that, king or queen. But right now, it's all girls. It's all girls. That's right, 4 technically, if you think about it. But on tonight's episode, or last night's episode, we saw the Walrus and the Milkshake get introduced. But I have to tell you, I don't want to tell you just yet. Just hold on a little bit. Before we dive into that, we did have 2 celebrity guests, and technically 3. We had Lance Bass from our Boys in Sync. Oh my god, I missed that group. They're amazing, aren't they? I know. Then we had, Boy Meets Girl was probably one of my favorite TV show growing up. So to have Danielle Fishel on was like, oh my gosh, absolutely amazing to see her on there. I mean, in the end, she even gave the little staff to the queens, which if you actually look, either she's really tiny or the lambs are really tall. Seriously, I was walking and I'm like, what is going on there? And then we had Tag Team come on to perform, and it was so funny because a lot of you guys were sending me messages on Instagram saying, who is that? Whoops, there it is. What? That's a weird song. I'm like, no, that's my childhood. Whoops, there it is. Anyway, that was so much fun. I really had so much fun. The costumes were amazing. Let me actually ask you this. On the panel, which outfit was your favorite? Mine was Ken, because I had something very similar to that growing up, and I'm not joking. And I was trying to see if I can find a photo of that, and I think my parents have it at their house, so I couldn't find it. But if I find it, I'll have to upload it for you guys, because that was seriously the biggest trend. It truly was. Anyway, I know I got off track. With last night's episode, the first person who was revealed was the Walrus. And I love this costume. It was so much fun. And it's really funny because during our live stream, some of you folks actually got it right. You were saying, oh, it had to be this one person. And I'm like, how do you know that? We really had no clues. We didn't even have a performance for the Walrus. We only had a performance for the Milkshake. And I guarantee you that no one in our live stream got that right. Anyway, so in the end, the Walrus was revealed first, and it was revealed to be Joey Lawrence. And Joey, oh my gosh, I love him so much. You know, he was on Clarissa's World, or Clarissa's Name It Right, or something like that. Everyone said there was a 90s heartthrob on there, and they were right. He was on it, and it was really good guessing on there, by the way. I have to admit, Robin's pretty good. Anyway, Joey, thank you so much for being on here. Now, it's funny because I have like Google alerts for whenever Joey and the Masked Singer gets tied together. So I know tomorrow my inbox is going to be filled with tags. So now that we've had a second Joey, because the other one was right over here, I'm going to have to hopefully fix that. I know, it's weird to have another Joey on the show, but hey, Fox, this Joey's ready to go. Anyway, after that, it was time for a super battle in which the Lambs took on Milkshake. And I have to say, oh my gosh, the Milkshake definitely had a stage presence, had a lot of energy on it. But the Lambs, man, their harmonies are fantastic. And they definitely deserve to continue to the semifinals, but I don't think they're going to beat up the Harp. And remember, we still have all of these celebrities over here that we haven't heard from yet. Whether it's Scarecrow, Avocado, Snowstorm, Sarah Bugaboo. I'm still saying in that accent. Yes, I know. In the end, though, the Milkshake, a lot of energy, was revealed to be Le'Veon Bell. And I have to admit, he did such a fantastic job, so thank you so much for being on the show. So here you go, Golden X, putting the lambs over here with the harp. Now, I do have some clues for, I'm gonna put this down here. I do have some clues for the lamb, which we can go through in a second. As a reminder, though, there is a new episode next week. And Hall of Fame is going to be a really sad episode, though, because Leslie Jordan was on that episode. So was Joe McHale. And a lot of people ask me what was happening with this week's episode, because there was supposed to be 2 new episodes tonight. It was supposed to be like at 7 and 8. But I feel like Fox said, you know what? Out of respect for Leslie, let's pull the episode down. Let's let it sit by itself. And then on top of that, they're probably going to do like a tribute. Because I can imagine the producers saying, you know what, we want to do something, obviously, because he was big on our show. And in order to add something on there, they have to remove something, which means removing it from the DVRs and things like that, re-editing it, and then putting it up. So I'm thinking maybe that's what's going on for next week. And don't worry, we'll still have our live stream at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, so make sure you join us for that. But let's break down the clues that we do have for the lamb. As a reminder, I already did reveal videos for the lamb and for the harp. You can check out both of those videos in the description of this video. So please go check them out. And if you think I got it right, make sure you do subscribe and like that video. So when it comes to the clue packages this week, if you're like me, the clues were kind of like, they really didn't mention anything. Like when it came to the lambs, they said that, winning the Battle Royale last week was bananas. What's better than 1 queen, 3 queens? Who could believe there's only 1 throne to this palace? It kind of went back and forth about who holds the staff, and so on and so forth. There really was no clue. I mean, they mentioned they have to say focus, so hocus pocus kind of clue right there, which if you watch the reveal video, makes sense for these girls over here. We did see some visual clues, but they were exactly the same thing. Famous jeans, popcorn, diamond ring. The new one was the old film reel, and then an old TV. So that was about it for them. We did get brand new clue packages, and with that, of course, means pitch correct audio. So I'm going to play a little bit of the clue package they gave us, and then our pitch correct audio. Here you go.
Winning the Battle Royale last week was bananas. Want to know what's better than a queen? 3 queens. Can you believe there's only 1 throne in this palace? Yeah, about that.
Winning the Battle Royale last week was bananas. Want to know what's better than a queen? 3 queens. Can you believe there's only 1 throne in this palace?
Yeah, about that. When can I hold the scepter?
Okay, I thought we agreed. I get the scepter while you sit on the throne.
No, we said...
Lambs, we gotta stay focused. We've got 2 new challengers to beat, and then it's off to the semifinals.
You're right, boss. We can't get weak knees now.
So let me know in the comment section who you think they are. As a reminder, I have no one to reveal this week. Since we already revealed these 2, if maybe they didn't get revealed and maybe one of the other ones stayed on there, I could have done a reveal video. But since we already did one, let me know what video you guys want to see for Friday. I mean, that's usually a reveal day, and it's kind of weird that we don't have anyone to reveal. I know next Wednesday is going to feel like a brand new premiere because we know nothing about the new characters that are coming up. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please turn on notifications, subscribe, and hit that like button. We're trying to hit the next 1,000, so please make sure you are subscribed, and it's the only way you can find out if we put up new videos. Anyway, I'm Joey. Please stay safe, and I'll see you later. Bye!